Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Wednesday, September 2nd, 2015. In the Lynn-Body-Mind, we have me, Ra, also Pan, Luce, and Glenn.
That's true.
In the Jamie Body Mind, we have Black Wolf, Asha, and Garth. Other teammates and other aspects of the physical dimension, all of us in the physical dimension and all of us in the subatomic levels of the physical dimension, the way you people are thinking of it.
That's true.
It's hard to know exactly what the videoed portion of our effort today is supposed to be focused on, so we're going to go with a non-directive intention to do what is ours to do in all dimensions right now, to manifest the divine plan right now. In other words, to trigger the awakening right now. The data clearly showing what's needed is to provide a collective restart right now.
That's true.
And with that, it begins. Ra here, someone is asking me, how do we know when we're doing what we're supposed to be doing? And the question comes from the perspective of someone who believes he or she knows the answer, and they're testing us to see whether or not we know the answer.
That's true.
I believe that when we are doing what's ours to do, we're sweating. We're either sweating because we're working hard, physically working hard, or we're sweating because what we're doing is nerve-wracking for us.
That's true.
But we're sweating. If we aren't sweating, we aren't actually working hard enough. We aren't doing what we're supposed to do, the way in which we're supposed to do it, at the time we're supposed to do it in.
That's true.
We're missing some aspect. When we're doing what we're supposed to be doing, we are sweating.
That's true.
That person looks as if that's a partial answer.
That's true.
Okay. What's missing? It needs to make sense and or be such a clear signal that we know we're supposed to do it even though it doesn't make sense right now.
That's true.
And that we need to have our alignment on when we're relying on messages that don't make rational sense.
That's
because
true.
many people use something disgusting as an excuse. They say, I know I'm supposed to do this with my life, even though it makes no sense, none
That's
at
true.
all. And their alignment is terrible, and so they're not getting clear guidance from above. Their channels often are in their pocketbook or
That's
in their
true.
crazy mind. They're just drawing information from a source other than true guidance.
That's true.
Doing what they want to do and saying that they're being guided to do it.
That's true.
That doesn't make any sense, and it doesn't accomplish the goal, and it doesn't work.
That's true.
What do I know? I know that in this pillar, this is becoming, we're starting to think of this pillar as the search for truth pillar.
That's true.
In this pillar, we are actually learning to develop ever more curiosity about what's actually going on. We're learning to search ever more deeply and truly for what's actually going on.
That's true.
Deconstructing more and more and more our thinking processes so that we can see what's actually going on moment by moment by moment by moment.
That's true.
What do I know? I know that what we're continually tripping up over these last several days are the teachings of our formative years.
That's
for
true.
us as souls, for us as all aspects, for us as planets,
That's
in
true.
the case of Garth, for us as humanoids, in the case of the Lynn Life and the Jamie Body-Mind,
That's true.
and also the transport portal, she's a humanoid presence.
That's true.
For us in our formative years, we all learned things that are incorrect.
That's true.
And it's important to detangle those because we relate to them as if they are correct, whether or not they're correct, because
That's
it was
true.
the original imprinting, and that's how subconscious minds work.
That's true.
And clearing away these things that we vibrate with, that we are called to, that are untrue, is an essential part of living an effective life in any endeavor, actually.
That's true.
Let go of prejudice.
That's true.
Glenn here, and I see how there's so much of this that has been hard for me to let go of.
Me too.
The teachings about what it's like in the physical dimension have tripped me up over and over again. And while much of it looks like it's true for what I can observe of life on planet Crazy,
That's true.
I can see where those stereotypes came from.
That's true.
They don't apply here, and I really need to scrub this out of my, like the voices of my childhood that still speak into my ears.
That's true.
So that I can stop making these mistakes and
That's
do better,
true.
become more effective.
That's true. Me too. I Black Wolf too. And I Garth too.
I think we're supposed to say what we're tripping up over to the best of our abilities to discern, kind of like self-reporting.
Yeah.
I, Ra, seem to be tripping up over believing I'm in the body when I'm not. And maybe by some definition I am. You know, I have a thin strand of my energy here, and that
Right.
thin strand is here all the way down, way into the earth chakras. But when I try to see myself looking at myself in the mirror,
Yeah.
there's not enough of my energy for it to be apparent in my eyes until I make an effort and call myself in.
That's true.
And if I'm not even that far down into the body, then who am I kidding?
That's true. I, Black Wolf, see that I am tripping up over effective communication, not gauging appropriately how best to communicate through different microphones in the control room, and then the lower aspect of my soul isn't appropriately responding when the higher aspect of my soul in the control room is making confusion. Does that make sense?
Well, what I think you're saying is you're recognizing that your higher soul, the one who is, that aspect of you who is in the one-up configuration of
Yes.
the one-up, one-down, that when you're upstairs you're making a lot of mistakes,
Yes.
and that when you're downstairs your mistake is to not clarify it with the higher soul who's making mistakes.
Yes, that's true.
Well, I Luce see how, because I'm still recovering and because I really don't feel good, and I really don't feel good, that I think I should still be on light duty, and somebody's making a play on words. It's clever, a light duty,
Yeah,
because
that's
I'm running
true.
light through the pillar. But I feel like I should be exempted from the rule of sweating or I'm not working hard enough. And I know that that's incorrect. The instructions quite clearly say, Luce, if you don't get to sweating, you aren't ever going to get well.
That's true.
And I see that, and yet in the moment, I still make the mistake of not working so hard, and then somebody brings it to my attention,
That's true.
and I get up and get going again.
I, Garth, am definitely tripping up over not taking responsibility for what is mine to do, and also not developing the habit of asking, what more can I do? What more can I do? How more can I help?
I see how I'm so wanting the nature realms to be a part of this effort, and I want to make it comfortable for them, and it doesn't matter that I know that that's not where my focus is supposed to be. That's the trap I continually fall into, is saying, oh, well, if I just make this a little bit more nature realmsy, then this will work better in terms of forming an esprit de corps
That's
for
true.
the spirit world and the nature realms working together.
And I can see where that would come from.
Right, but I can also very clearly see what the standards are that I'm supposed to be establishing with the
That's
energy of the
true.
pillar, and that I'm continually not even aiming for that. I'm adjusting my aim to something else. Changing the definition of the instruction rather than doing what the assignment is. We've all seen, I
All
think
of us.
everybody
That's
do
true.
this, and not just all of us in this team, but everyone everywhere.
That's true.
Getting a clear instruction, and then when it seems like that's too hard or too inconvenient, saying, oh, well, I'll do something else instead.
That's true.
That doesn't work.
That's true. Well, and I, Asha, can see that I have ahead of me big potential to trip over my old errors of cowardice. My perception is that I'm here in this pillar, and especially up in the command room, as a sort of protector of the Lynn-Body-Mind, to watch out for when people are, and by people I mean members of our team, are treating her unfairly or inappropriately, either on purpose or by accident, and to stop it before it starts. And I can feel how my ambient way of being is to step out of the way of conflict and step back.
Leave the room.
Right, leave the room, avoid the situation. But it's pretty clear my role in the command central is to stop the abuse before it happens.
Well, and it's also, people don't intend to be abusive.
Right,
what
that's
Black
true.
Wolf is doing, he has zero intent to abuse.
That's true.
He's used to having to shout through channels in order to get through.
That's true.
And so he feels like he is toning it down, and instead of shouting full volume as he normally does, he's just talking loud.
That's true.
But he doesn't need to talk loudly, and it comes through harshly.
That's true. High intensity.
Yes.
That's true.
And so to just help people understand the setting that actually works.
That's true.
It's like you can't fly that plane like that. You'll
That's
crash
true.
that plane if you jerk it around like that.
That's true.
It's got real tight steering.
That's true.
But definitely, yes, if you see someone stepping up with intent to abuse or effective abuse, to stop it.
That's true.
And may we be of service right now to provide a collective restart right now. So now we start looking up. Somebody asked us that question. Does that answer your question? Do you feel that your testing is complete? It's as though they're evaluating us for something.
That's true.
Are you ready to take the next step? Wobbly hand.
Yeah,
Are you
true.
ready for us to take the next step? Yes.
Yes.
What it feels to me like is throw up a grappling hook and pull this closer.
That's true.
Pull that level of whatever closer to this one.
That's
It
true.
might be once more reaching up to a larger level of physical presence and into the non-physical that's affiliated with that larger level.
That's true.
Now, what do I know? I know we have Garth here, and Garth is a planet,
That's
so
true.
perhaps once more reaching into that planetary level
That's
and into the
true.
non-physical that's affiliated with the planetary level. That
That's
might
true.
be, it might be.
That could be.
Let's give it a go, because
Oh,
we are subatomic to them, so to speak.
That's true.
Each of us is an atom in the body that is our biosphere.
That's true.
However, it's time for us to learn to work with different layers of the physical, and just as we are able to relate to the transport portal and to the end of the line outpost, who are sentient presences and subatomic levels
That's true.
to Earth and its environs, those non-physical presences seem to be very aware of us.
That's true.
And it's kind of like what we would say to Steve and Hank: if you can make it up here, then we can work together. It's kind
That's
of like you're
true.
saying that to us. Well, we've got no problem doing that. Let's
That's
just
true.
pop on up.
That's true.
Hi.
Hello.
Well, I don't know what you're doing, so I'm going to drop back downstairs. I thought you
Yeah.
said come up.
I thought so
I thought
too.
you said if we come up here, then we're going to work together.
And
so
then it
we
was all
came up here,
quiet.
and now it's all quiet. So maybe I don't know what this is about, but I've got work to do.
That's
so thanks for the call. Nice to meet you. Let's shake some hands before we leave. I'm Ra.
I'm Black Wolf.
Hi, I'm Ra. Hi, I'm Ra.
Black Wolf.
Okay, dropping back down. Feel free to make contact again.
That's true.
They don't look like they were surprised by us coming up.
No, they don't look surprised.
They don't look upset.
Don't look upset.
It looks like They were seeing whether or not we would do it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I see those people talking amongst themselves.
That's true. That's true, sitting at a big boardroom table.
Yes. All right.
We'll see.